Live now. Should be live now. Yes, we're live right now. Live and direct. All right. So good evening to everyone. Brianna is now on.
Wait,
She just joined. Just joined
not
us.
yet.
She just joined us. She's coming on now. All right. Good night, Brianna. Good night, ma'am. Good night. My camera is not working now, so you won't be able to really see me if you're looking for a face. All right, and good night to those of our viewers on our YouTube channel. And ask that you share the link with other persons so they can benefit from. We only go live on Wednesday nights. We have classes both on Monday and Wednesday, so mathematics, but we only go live on Wednesday nights. All right, so we're going to go into algebra. First, let's look at the general objective of the CSEC syllabus that we are following, and then you'll appreciate what is it that I'm going to do with you. All right, let's look at our syllabus. All right, so let's do our section 7 of the syllabus. As I said before, we kind of wrapped up vectors and matrices, vectors rather, in our previous classes, and then we'll get back to that at another time when we start practicing in our practice sessions and more. But not this Monday, of course, because Monday we have to finish up our statistics. Hopefully, you guys will have watched those videos, made those notes, so you can press on to the next unit, which is measurements. So if you notice, we'd have covered two, that method. We'd have covered, and now we're going into algebra. So basically, doing what you're supposed to do. All right, so in algebra, according to the syllabus, you must appreciate the use of algebra as a language. So algebra is like a language and a form of communication. So whenever you think of algebra, think of it as a language and as a form of communication. Um, the second thing that they wanted to think of algebra as is to appreciate the role of symbols and algebraic techniques in solving problems in mathematics and related fields. And so we're going to look at a video. There's a lab, so I'm not going to say much about it, but you watch the lab, and then we're going to see how um, one of the most related field into mathematics is physics, right? And the ability to demonstrate the ability to reason with abstract entities. So this is really the general objective for the CXC syllabus. This is what they're really testing for, and so they hope to achieve. Now, the specific objectives now that we're going to be looking at step by step. You should be able to use symbols to represent numbers, to represent operations, to represent variables and relations. Number two, you must be able to translate statements expressed algebraically into verbal phrases. Good. Number three, perform arithmetic operations involving directed numbers as well, and perform the four basic operations with algebraic expressions. Substitute numbers for algebraic symbols in simple algebraic expressions, so that's substitution. Perform binary operations other than the four basic ones. And of course, number 7, one that tends to give people a lot of trouble, apply the distributive law, to factorize or expand algebraic expressions. So we do a lot of factorization. And further on, simplify algebraic fractions and use the laws of indices to manipulate expressions with integral indices. And of course, number 10, solve linear equations in one unknown. And number 11, another problematic type of question, solve simultaneous linear equations in two unknowns algebraically. And number 12, solve a simple linear inequality in one unknown. And we can do all of this using our manipulatives. Change the subject of the formulae, factorize algebraic expressions, solve quadratic equations, and solve worded problems. And the list continues. And of course, in the section 2 of the exam question, you'll need to solve a pair of equations in two variables when one equation is quadratic or non-linear and the other linear. And I'm going to show you how we can use practical ways of doing this. Prove two algebraic expressions to be identical and represent direct and indirect variation symbolically. And of course, solve problems direct variation and inverse variation. And that is where we're going to spend some time to cover these objectives between now and the rest of the classes, all right? All right. Now, if you have a strong algebraic background, I can tell you for sure that you will do well, all right, in the exams. So you need to have a very strong background to do very well in the CSEC exams. All right, so let us go to a little activity, a little activity. Let's go to a little activity. Just going to watch a little lab first. Look a little lab and see what you can gather from this lab. All right. So let me look for the lab quickly. Not a long lab, it's a kind of short little lab. Look for it. All right, so here's a lab. Hold on there. So let us look at the lab. Let me share it. So. All right, so here we are. All right, so let's start from, it's called Hooke's law. All right, let's go.
First, we measure the original length of the spring. It's about 4.2 cm. Then we add 20 gram mass. It's about 1.4 cm. This is the extension of the spring. Add another 20 gram mass. Now the total mass is 40 gram. It is about 2.7 cm. Next, we add the third 20 gram mass. Now the total mass is 60 gram. It's about 4 cm, 4.0 cm. Add the fourth mass. Now the total mass is 80 gram. is about 5.4 cm. And now the final mass. Now the total mass is 100 gram. It's about 7.6 cm. Sorry, it's about 6.6 cm.
All right. Good. So, what you just saw right there is a lab carried out by physicists, right? Simple experiment, simple lab. However, he was carrying out an experiment that was carried out by some scientists some long time ago. And his name is Robert Hooke. And notice the name of that video was Hooke's Law. And I want to pay attention to that term, law. Everybody can hear me? Did everybody hear me? Good.
Yeah.
Hooke's Law. Good. Hooke's Law. So here it is. This, you might want to know what that video has to do with, and what that lab has to do with algebra. Now, I'm going to look for a picture now to illustrate to you what Hooke's Law is, just in case you might probably asking, so I just have to do with maths. You want to see. Let us look for it. Hooke's Law. Let's look at it. Just want to get a feel of what is going on here. All right. Give me a second there. Hooke's Law. All right. Just going to show you a bit. You might be wondering what this has to do with CSEC algebra. But trust me, it has a lot to do with it. When you can actually see the link between the real deal, you'll understand better and appreciate it better. So look at this picture over this side here. One over this side here. So Hooke's law defines a linear relationship between stress and strain. So what you realize now, they are studying, there's a relationship between two things, stress and strain. Now, and if you notice, they are using some symbols to represent the factors being studied. Good. Now, there is now, when they record these information, you look at the displacement and look at the mass. And if you look back at it, look back at when we were plotting points on a graph, when we were in vectors, we had the x-axis and we had the y-axis. Because what happens is that between the x and the y-axis, there's a relationship between the two information, right? Now, not only physics that uses algebra, but I'm going to show you more on this before we're going further. Now, here is an algebraic statement right here. This is Hooke's law again. Note that says force in newtons is equal to what? The spring constant. That simply means that there's a constant times amount of extension measured in meters. So we have two variables here looking at. We have the force. We also have constant, and we also have a variable. So this x is a variable, the extension, and also the force in there is a variable too. Good. Let's look at this too. If you notice on this picture here, can anybody see this picture here? Can anybody see it?
Yeah, sir.
Good. All right, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can do more on the picture. Okay, here it is. Now, if you notice that they drew a graph and they mapped both the force against displacement. Good. And if you notice that a table where they recorded the actual information, so they had the mass and they keep adding the mass, and you realize now that this is the force and this is the extension. So they recorded these raw data. Good. They recorded the raw data as they carry out the experiment. So when the man uses a ruler, he's measuring the extension, which should have been for x. Of course, they have known the mass that is being added. Good. Right? And then the force is being calculated right here. So the little thing that you saw they put on the spring was is the unit of measurement for that is in kilograms, but they are not mapping, they're not creating an ordered setup here. They're not creating a coordinates then with the mass, but they are more using the force against the extension, in this case, displacement. Good. Now, so I want you to understand, after the physicist studies this, after them study this experiment that you just watched a while, they discovered a principle, and it's called Hooke's law, a law. That law is expressed in algebra, as I showed you earlier. Force is equal to the constant times a value x. Good. So they use that principle now to make predictions as well. All right. So now we're going to look at some algebraic questions. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead now with this. So we're going to look at some algebraic questions. All right. So let's look at some algebraic questions now. And there are some easy ones for you to do, which I'm quite sure you can do them. So we're going to run through some simple algebraic question where you have a problem, then we just kind of go through it. If there's no problem, then of course we're good to go. All right. All right. So let us look at okay. All right, let's look at this one. All right, let's try this worksheet here. All right, let us go with it. All right, let's go. You can tell me your answer or write the me. Everybody ready now? Is everybody ready?
So, I'm not asking nothing for your screen, so you're not showing nothing for your screen.
The screen not share.
No, I'm gonna start sharing it. That's easy.
So, let's see if you're ready.
Let's see it now.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Let's get some answers from you guys now. See what you have to tell me. So we're in the practice. So we start on the first part of the syllabus that we looked at. All right, so what's the answer for the first one? Anybody have the answer for the first one yet? To write an algebraic expression for each phrase. Anybody
36 divided by b equal X or something.
All right. Note it's a number B divided by 36. So how would you write this using algebraic expression? A number B divided by 36. Try again. Try
B
again.
divided by 36.
That's correct. Everybody agree? Everybody agrees? So it is
Just
actually B.
equal partner come in there. Equal X or something.
No, man, you just write the expressions. Just write the expression. B divided by 36. That's what it's saying. That's what it's saying. A number B divided by 36. So you can either write it like this or B division sign and 36. Either way can work. All right. All right. So one person get that. To go to a second person. All right. Good. Now I want you to note something. Whenever you are doing algebra, it is very much possible then for you to write back the algebraic expression into phrases, word phrases. That way, it'll help you to understand the expression that is in front of you. So never be afraid of algebra. Again, the secret to it, just so you can write these expression, these phrases into algebraic expression, you can also do the reverse. Write the algebraic expression into phrases because English language is our language that we speak. Therefore, easy to understand English language, right? So you realize once you write it into English, it becomes more easier for you to process, all right? Anything that maths, you can write it back into English and see how well it works out for you. All right, number two. Who's going to do number two? Or should I call it? Who's going to do number two? Who's doing number two? Brianna, what's the answer for number two?
You're blind. Page 66.
Oh, sorry, I didn't say put it in the chat. All right, so Krishana's P66. Is that correct? Number two, you know? Is that correct?
No.
No, it's not correct. So Krishana not reading the thing properly.
66.
Brianna, you want to? No, hold on, man. Brianna, correct it. Brianna, you want to correct that?
Sir, 66 divided by P.
66 divided by P? Why would you say?
Subtracted, sir. Never.
Oh. So it says 66 subtracted. No, I'm going to write what you said. 66.
No, sir, write the P first.
No, I mean, what she said. Come on, just see where she go around. It says 66 subtracted from. Look at the preposition. Direction. From the number P. This one that you said is subtracting P from 66. So, Brianna, good try. It's supposed to be P minus 66. So, read it slowly and think about what it says. Right? Good. Not bad. Let's continue now. We'll try. Everybody try again. Everybody try again. The aim is to get them right. Try until at first you don't succeed. You try again. Who's doing the next one? Number 3.
29 divided by H equal something. Equal X.
It's just 29 divided by H.
29 divided by H.
Oh,
Mhm.
equal
Alright.
X, sir. I put the equal X.
Read a mean or
Equal X? No,
X. X na
you're
there,
not
so.
writing an equation, no. You're not
But
writing
it's
an equation, no. Yeah. You're hold on there, Sean. Here. You're not writing an equation, no. You are writing an algebraic expression. It's an expression. These are expressions. These are phrases, not a
I
complete
think for the
sentence.
quote,
Phrase.
that's what I'm thinking you'd have to put that.
Yeah, no, man. If it's an equation, it's going to be equal to something. But it's not an equation. So it's the quotient of 29 and a number h. So you are correct. 20. What does the word quotient? The word quotient suggests that you do what?
Divide.
Divide. Good. That's what it suggests, that you divide. Right? Good. So you're actually going to be dividing, right? All right. No. So it actually would be 20, quotient means to divide. So 29 divided by a number h. And that is, they can also say 29 division sign a number h. Good. So the answer that being the quotient. All right, good. All right, let's go. Let's look at number 4. Who's going to take number 4?
N plus 49.
Well, a number n plus 49.
49.
That's correct. That's correct. Good. Very good. So n plus 49. Good. Not bad. All right, that's correct. What about number 5? Who's taking number 5?
3 divided by G.
3 divided by g. How we write that?
3 divided by G.
You rather say, yeah, read it. But could you put in the chat or you write, or would you write the answer? Put in the chat.
3 division sign then G.
3, okay. No, yeah, no. So the difference it make now when you explain it, 3 division sign, then G. Good. You're explaining the answer. That's better. All right. So let us now remove this. Who's taking number 6? All right, let me call name Brianna. Give us number 6. Brianna, I'm not hearing you. Go ahead. Brianna?
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, you're thinking about it. Okay.
Is there X plus 24? I think.
All right. Tell me how would you write your answer? You're correct, but tell me how you would write it.
Is there X, the plus sign, and 24?
All right. So you have X, the plus sign, and 24. And it could also be written as 24, the plus sign, and X. Good. So, but either way is correct. All right, because you know that addition and multiplication is commutative and associative, right? All right. Let's move on to number 7. Sean, what's the answer for number 7? And tell us how we write it. Let's see if it gives us the answer. All right, so Sean says 18 minus m. That's correct. Because the word difference means to subtract. Yeah, man, you're correct. You're correct, Sean. So 18 means difference. The word difference means to subtract. So you're right. The difference between 18 and the number m rather, says 18 minus m. That's correct. Number 8. Who's going to take number 8? Yanni.
Sir,
Number 8, yeah, go ahead. Number 8.
28 plus K.
Okay, the plus sign. Number K added to good. 28 plus K. All right, wonderful. Wonderful. Good. All right, good. So we're gonna move on from there now. Good. Who's taking the next one? Next one. Who's taking the next one? So we're at number 9. All right. So Krishan writes 9 plus D plus 98. Is he correct? 89 more than the number D. Is he correct? D plus 98. Everybody agree with that? Everybody agrees with it? All right. Well, he's correct. D plus 98. All right. Very good, Krishan. So we're gonna go to number 10. Who's doing number 10? Who's doing number 10? Number 10, who's doing number 10?
Sir J, the multiply sign, and 56.
All right. So we have J, multiply sign, and 56. But we could simplify
Can I
that.
go back to number 9, say, something lag out.
No, number 9. What Krishan wrote is D plus 98. I was just asking if that was correct. 98 more than a number D. So and the answer is correct. D plus 98 is correct. That was number 9. But we're moving on to number 10 now. That Brianna says is J, the multiply sign, and 56. But there's another way we could write that. There's another way we could write that. How could we write a number J multiplied by 56?
J
Instead of
56.
what you said? What you said? Yeah,
J and the multiply sign 56.
well, she said that, which was correct, but there's another way
Can
to
go the
say it. You
next
can
year around
simplify
it.
that. Huh? Come again?
56. It can go 56 times J.
Yes, it could write, but there's another way you could write without using the multiplication sign.
56J.
56J. That's correct. You heard that, Brianna?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So you could write 56J. So it means the same thing. All right. Just a minute here, please. 1 minute there. That's all right, folks. So we're at number 11. A number Y increased by 86. What's the answer? Who's taking that one? Brianna? Who's taking this one? A number Y increased by 86. Go ahead.
Y plus 86.
Y plus 86. That's correct. That's correct. Y plus 86. All right. Let's move on from that one now. All right. So that's correct. Let's move on to the next one. Y plus 86. So it says for number, we're at number what? We're at number 12. How do we write the answer for number 12?
So 29 with a doublet to the side, I find
29 to the power 2 to wait, yeah, well, whatever you say, I go.
the doublet power, brother. With a
Yeah,
doublet
yeah.
to the 29.
Okay, that's correct. That's correct. So 29.
Actually, I already work out all of this. Already.
You did this already?
Huh?
You did this already?
I did get a worksheet like this before.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, cool. All right, so 29 race. I just make sure I start at the beginning. So we know we'll start the actual algebras then. When I follow it, there's a pattern to this thing, right? So you are learning now to convert from you'd have done this in high school, in third form, when I gave you a textbook, remember? And you'd have done it on your own. So now we're doing it together. Good? Sorry. No. So it is 29 raised to the power of W. Well said, correct. Number 13. Who's taking number 13? Brianna, you number 13? And those who are in the YouTube, watching for live from YouTube, you can in fact state your answer in the chat as well, and you'll be recognized. All right, who's taking the one for who's doing the one for 13?
2 minus 85.
Q minus 85. Very good. Because decreased mean to subtract. So our number Q decreased by 85. Very good. All right, very good. Number 14. Who's doing number 14? Who's doing number 14? Go ahead, I'm listening.
F minus 2.
F minus 2. Difference between number F and 2. Okay, F minus 2. That's correct. All right. These are quite easy. All right. Let's go further down. We'll soon finish first one. Now, number 17. Let's,
Z times 84.
hmm? What's
Z
the answer
times
for that?
84. Z times 84.
Z times 84. Why is it Z times 84?
Okay, it's a product.
Product. Good. So we have to know terms and what they mean. And what they simplify it, what they end up with.
What you say?
When they simplify it, what would they write? You said Z times 84. What would be the final answer for that?
Product.
What would be the
Um,
final answer? When they simplify it, what would be the final answer? You
no,
said you
no.
said Z times 84. What would be the final answer? You know the answer because you answered a question similar to that before. You said Z times 84. But how can we write this?
Uh, Z 84. 84 Z.
84Z. That's correct. 84Z. Good. That's correct.
So if we add it, so after I add the number before the letter.
Yeah, because in that sense, it is called a coefficient. Right? So learn the language.
The what?
It's called a coefficient.
Uh,
All right, next one now. 18. And Brianna, give us the answer for 18. What's the answer for 18, Brianna?
V plus 65.
18. You're seeing the right question.
Sir, 65, I say.
Hold on there. We are at 18. Yeah, what's the answer you gave all of them?
Sir, V plus 65.
No, read it again. Read the statement again. And then use it, do your technique where you say you think about it first.
So you can answer.
No, fair one. You can put your answer in the chat. Read the question again. Let me hear it again.
A number V to the power of 65.
Read it slower this time. Read it slower. Read the second, read it again, but read it slower this time.
A number V to the power of 65.
And how would you write that? Tell us how you'd write it. You're correct, Yanni. Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
Sir, V to the power of 65.
V to the.
Power of 65.
But how would you write it? Tell us describe how you'd write it. What should I write? Tell me what I should write. So how do you write V to the power of 65?
And V and the 65 above.
65 above. Good. That's what I want to tell me, right? Good. That's a V to the power of 65. All right, good. All right. So always read the thing. Take your time. Don't rush it. Read it slowly. 19. Sum of 45 and a number R. What should we write for that? What should we write for that one? All right. Sean says 45 plus R. That's correct. Final one. The product of 52 and the number C. Let's say if Brianna was paying attention. Sean and Yanni can write the answer in the chat. Brianna, what's the answer for this one? Product of 52 and the number C. Let's say if you're paying attention. What's the answer for this one? Product of 52 and the number C.
Say that again. Which number is this one?
We're at number 20. All right, Krishan, correct. That's correct. So Krishan wrote his answer in the chat. That's correct. Brianna, product of 52 and the number C. While Brianna is thinking about her answer, those persons who are watching us live on the YouTube channel, you may participate by typing your answer in the chat and you'll be acknowledged as well. Brianna, ready for us now? Try.
I actually don't know the answer.
Yeah, man, let's try. Go ahead. Come, Brianna. Try. Open my mic and what you said a while ago.
I said I actually don't know.
Try. At least try. Try. All right. What does the word product mean? What does the word product mean?
Sir, 52 multiplied by C.
Good. So you mean you don't. And how can
I'm
we
just gonna somebody just over the meaning on it.
yes, would somebody do it? What you say, while Brianna?
Somebody said the meaning of it.
You understand the meaning of it?
Yes.
Good. So you use your understanding, which means to multiply. So it's 52 times C. But what's the shorter way of writing this now? What's the shorter way of writing this now? Try.
Sir, 52C.
Exactly. Brianna, confidence. Confidence. Be confident. If you came on to the devotion to the when you go in the exam, Brianna, you gotta promise me this. You're gonna trust God and have your confidence in Him. Trust God and have your confidence in Him. So, Krishna, cheer you up. Good. Right? So, have your confidence in God. So, even if you have in yourself, have it in a God. Just once you have confidence in God, you will gain confidence. So, don't doubt yourself. That should not be the first thing. Is that clear? What you do when you're answering a question, you look for what you know about it first, what you understand about it first. So the fact that you understood the word product, it's okay, it must have something to do with multiplication. So give me two things to multiply. So I must do 2 times C. So ask for a shorter version. What I heard somebody say before, and sir said correct, 52. You put the number and letter together. So you have to be attentive in the class just to see him. Use the knowledge that you gather. Those are your fishing tools to get your fish. All right. Good. All right. So that was good. Let's look for another set of questions and see how well you'll be able to manage those. All right. Good job. 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 All right. Good job to both to you all. Let's look at another one. Another one. So we want to look at another set of questions. The same thing. All right, so we did that. All right. All right, so let's look at all right, so we're going to look at the complex version, much more difficult version. Let's see if we can manage the complex version. All right, here's a complex one. Ready for the complex one? Let's go. Here we go. So you're going to read it slowly and use what you know about it. So here we go. Slowly, use what you know. Let's go. Who's doing the first one? The product of a number n and 6 divided by 31. Who's going to tell us how that one is written?
So n times 6 divided by 31.
And how should we write that?
Like Homer said, n multiplication times 6 division times 31.
All right, so Yanni says n multiplication 6, and in some countries they use the dot instead of the x, and it's a division sign 31. So you are basically translating it as is. But could we simplify this any further? Could we simplify it any further? We'll get a chance and simplify it further. You want to try, Brianna? Could it be written a different way? Well, they're wrong, all right. Doesn't really matter. Just try. All right, Sean, anyone who to try?
Sir, N6 divided by 31.
Say it again.
N6 divided by 31.
N6 or say it a different way, not N6, but
6n.
yes, so she's correct. 6n divided by 31. Yes, you see, Brianna? You see? Let's try. Let's try. Let's try. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt. You know why she said N6? Yeah, she said N6 because she doubt herself. Don't it, Brianna? That's what happened a while ago. Don't you? You doubt yourself a while ago, don't you? In Brianna?
So,
Eh?
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
exactly. Don't make it's anxiety. Miss Martin is on. It's anxiety now. Yes, good evening, Miss Martin. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Nice to have you back on. You're in
It's
good
you,
health.
sir. Sorry for being late. My computer was inverted, so I was trying to fix it.
Okay then. So you got it back verted, not inverted, but you got it back verted. All right. Okay. So we're here looking at the beginning of algebra. Um, looking at algebra translating algebraic phrases into algebraic expressions. All right, so we just completed one set, easy set. So we're in a more complex sheet now. All right. So as I was saying a while ago, Brian especially, that you cannot doubt yourself. Doubting yourself will not allow you to pass the CXC exam. And remember now, preparation is what going to make you more confident as well. But as I was saying earlier, you all must join devotion. Okay, you will benefit from it. Today's devotion chapter was text came from Jeremiah 17, verse 7. And that says, but blessed is he who trusts in God and has his confidence in him. So don't doubt yourself. Do not doubt yourself. Have your confidence in God. I just pardon me for sharing this is the experience that can help you when you're going to the exam. Because when we're going to the exam, sometimes because some persons are not prepared, they're going to be feeling doubtful. And even though you went through the preparation period because of anxiety, you will feel doubtful. And it's human to do so. But I'm going to share this experience with you. I got a job to fix somebody's computer. And those who know me, I am not an IT person. I can't fix computer. So, but it was a software issue that the gentleman had with his computer. And so I went on a job my first day, and when I went to the man's computer, it went black screen. I showed an error 1962. I said, Jesus. That's the Lord help me, dear God. Help me on this one. Because right now, it look like me worse than the problem than go fix the problem. So I said, Lord, help me on this one. Help me. And God put a thought in my head. So go and plug out the computer. So I plug it out. So I remove from power. Then I plug it in back. And bam, the screen came up back as normal. So I was able to do my work. So I am saying to you, don't doubt yourself. And if you doubt yourself, pray and have your confidence in God. And He will guide you. He'll put the thought in your head. So don't doubt yourself, right? All right. So good. Let's move on. So good attempt actually, Brian. All right. All right. So here, know it, but you would have wonder if we should use brackets Never sure if I saw. Okay. All right, fine. Now your news bracket this time. You gotta simplify that part, Yanni. I get it. All right, let's move on now. Now, so we're moving on to question number 2. You want to try it, Ashay, since you just came on? Tell us how would write the answer for number 2. This is a tough one.
B times B, sir.
Eh?
B times B.
B times B.
B to the second power. B to the second power.
Oh, Kishan, right? A to the second power. It's been B to the second power, Kishan. Good try, Kishan. Good try. All right, so it will be B to the second power. The product of a number B and itself. The product of a number B and itself. So you're multiplying B by itself. So basically, B times B will be the same as B raised to the power of 2. Very good try, Krishan. Instead of writing a square should have been B square. All right, good. All right. All right. So people give the lady some chance, please. All right. So we're gonna move on to and last maths class I had well all the 2 persons didn't get it at the time. So I hope this time around that madam will get it. Because you know your friend who you speaks to sometime and I don't know how often you talk to her. She finally got it when she came back. So I believe you'll get it this time too. But I want all of you in the group now to get it. And we're aiming for grade 2, grade 1, wanted to do the work you're supposed to do. Number 3. Actually, this is your one. Please give us you want to tell me how to write the answer. Actually, you ready?
Figuring it out, sir.
Okay. And Brianna, try number 4. So prepare your answer to give us while she is figuring it out. And again, for those persons who are watching our YouTube channel, you may put your answer in the chat in the YouTube. And of course, you'll be acknowledged to tell if your answer is right or wrong. Those who are watching live on YouTube, I'm going to ask that you share the link with someone else who doesn't know about us, but is doing the exam next year as well. So thank you for coming as well, and ask that you participate. All right. Ashley, you ready for me now? Number 3. Just try something. Whether you think your answer is wrong or right, just try. The only way to know is to give us an answer.
Okay, sir.
Okay, listening. Go ahead, Ashley.
I'm not sure, sir. Would it be Z times Z?
Z times Z, and then what?
Equals Z squared?
And then what next? How do you write it? So z squared, and then what else should be on it? So it says z
Uh-huh.
times z is equal to z squared, but what the question says, what the expression says.
The square root of the product of a number z and itself.
Mm. So how should you write it? You don't finish it. You just a start. So you got the product. You got the product of the numbers here itself. So what about the other part? Mm. Just one more part here. It's right. It is in the sentence. It's right there in the sentence.
Oh, square root. Oh,
Yeah. So what should I write? So what should I write?
I no.
Just tell me what to write and I write it. Come on, Shay. What should I
Oh,
write? Mm. What should I write? Talk to me. Come on, Shay. The square root sign is there. So what should I write?
repeat, sir.
This you know finish them almost right. You know them almost right.
It
Mm.
um is a sign. I don't know. You have draw the sign over it.
Good. That's what I must tell me. Draw the sign over it. That's the most set.
Time ago.
Never use it. That's it. The square root sign over it. And I said, let's say if you guys are thinking, what's the square root of z square? What's the answer for that? The square root of z square. What's the answer for that? What's the square root of the sign of the answer z square?
Repeat, sir.
What's the square root of the sign z square? All right, I see. Yes, that's number five. Special number five. Okay. Yes, Ming. The answer is Z. The answer is Z. The square root of the sign, the square root of Z square is Z. The square root of Z square is Z. That's correct. You have to think. Very good, Yanni. All right, good. Well done in terms of your attempt, Ashi. Continue trying again. Ready for me now, Brianna, number four. And please know that you can take a picture of your answer, send to us by WhatsApp, and then you can share the answer with the other class. If you can write a symbol like properly. In the chat, I see Christian took our number five. So but we're at number four. So who's gonna do number four? Yes, Brianna, go ahead. Number four is yours. Tell us what to write.
Sir, p plus p to the third power.
Very good. P. Who tell the answer?
Nobody.
Nobody. P plus P to the third power. Very good. Some answer now, Brianna? That was simple, don't it? Hmm? What made it came off with the answer so fluent? Tell me what I did different at this time to give an answer that was fluent. What did you do different at this time?
Sir, try to figure out what the cube, what the meaning of the cube.
Good. And then, and then, that's all you did different?
Yeah, that's how me see it and get that.
All right, good. So basically what you did too is to apply understanding. You try to figure out what you mean. So you process the thing to get understanding. That's how I know that you're on your way to getting a grade 1 just the same. Continue. As we continue, you will develop the skill, but you have to do your part too. All right, so Krishan took number 5, where the square of the quotient, the square of the quotient of a number 5, the number v and 5, the square of the quotient of a number v and 5 is correct. Yes, v divided by 5 all squared. That's correct. Let's write that. How did it look? Very good, sir. I don't know where you get the answer from, but that's correct. I don't know why I'm not just saying that. Sorry about that, sir. But we have a proof to me come May, June. That yes. All right, so the square of the quotient of our number 5. So you're going to square the quotient. So first you have to establish a quotient. Good. And as you wrote it, v divided by 5 will give you the quotient. And you square it. So it's very much correct. Well done, sir. So v divided by 5 and you square it. That's what Krishan gave. Now that Krishan took number 5, then A and A, I believe, now take number 6. So A and A, number 6 is yours. And we will call it a day after this. No, 9:30. Go ahead now.
So Q, right there, which number?
Number 5. Number 6, sorry.
So Q plus 64 divided by 83.
So the sum of Q and 64 divided by, very good. So Q plus 64 divided by 83. That's correct. So you add Q to 64, then you put it, you can either put it over 83, right? So you could write it like this. You could write it like this, 9, well, Q, sorry, plus 64. I can go over 83. All right? Good. Good job. Good job. Good job. So we have come to the end of the class. And please note, folks, that the class begins at 8 o'clock and we end at 9:30 because I know you guys have to go to bed. All right, so welcome back again, Ashay. Supposed to be 5 of you in this class. And of course, we will, the thing is about 8. 8 is the maximum in the group. I haven't heard from the other 2 gentlemen. I haven't heard from their parents to know what they're doing. But we progress, continually progressing. All right, so it was a good show that each of you in the class participated. And at the end of the day, I'm going to ask you to evaluate. But before you evaluate this evening session, just want to remind you again, come Monday, when is our next class, you need to ensure you watch those videos. Make your notes. Based on Monday's class, Ian would have learned his lesson. But it's very important to watch those videos, make your notes, and come prepared to do the practice questions and the worksheet and the live worksheet. And it is important to always aim for 10. Do the work on your own, aim for 10. 10 out of 10 with 100%. Once you get 100% on each of those worksheets, and know that you were given the opportunity to repeat the exercise 7 times. So you must get on 10 out of 10. Don't settle for less than 10 out of 10. So remember, it says practice where practice Hopefully to try that we can finish up. We can finish as much worksheets come Monday. So the following Monday we should be finishing statistics. And moving on to measurements. So I'm trying to fix the measurements now, so you can get a little questions to answer between the videos them. And of course, we have to do the tests, the multiple choice questions and measurements. And then you come into the space on the following Monday or whatever to do the paper two type questions. All right. So we started algebra today. And we're going to continue. God's willing, our lives are spared next week, Wednesday, 29th of November. Nobody has another day. I am on other days tomorrow because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Right, Krishan? Thanksgiving. All right. Thanksgiving, sir. All right, good. Now we're going to ask you to evaluate the class. No, we're going to start off with Brianna. How was tonight's class for you?
It was good.
Okay. What you have a reason why you said it was good? How was it beneficial to you? Why was it good for you?
So actually learned a couple things.
Okay, learn a couple things. All right, good. All right. All right, good. And I pray that you will continue. And I know you will continue to learn a couple things. More things actually than a couple. Ashay, you came late, but how was it for the brief moment you came on? How was it? Miss Martin, you there? All right, while we're waiting, Miss Martin. Let's go to Krishan. How was the class tonight, Krishan? Mr. Plummer?
Yeah,
Yeah, how was it?
good.
Good. All right, cool. Mr. Williams, how was the class for you tonight?
Good, sir.
It was good. Now, why you say it was good?
I did good.
Because it did good.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay. No problem. Miss Martin, you ready to give your evaluation?
Well, sir, I just came on, but as always, it was actually good because I kind of understand so far and I just came on. So I kind of have a good understanding of what to do further on.
All right. Good, good, good. All right, cool. Thank you all for your evaluation. Now, as we close the class, final statement, comments from me. This is where we start in algebra, and you're going to take the same understanding. So when you start looking at using algebraic expressions in when you start looking at it, going further, you'll be able to use the same understanding. So if, for example, you're doing factorization and so forth, you first have to understand what you're factorizing, so you can rewrite the expressions in phrases. So you are given the algebraic expressions, but you can rewrite the algebraic expressions in the phrases. And while you're doing that, you're basically trying to process it. And as you process, you get understanding. All right? So take care, enjoy the weekend, and have yourselves a wonderful night.